It's 3:10 on this Thursday. You should see everybody walking around the station right now because the bosses are gone, so everyone is feeling liberated for some reason. Well, I know what the reason is, but I'm joined in studio by a man who has no boss, who answers only to himself. He's Michael Frazier of Michael Frazier Designs, and he's going to be joining us at the 10th annual KHTS Home and Garden Show and Emergency Expo coming up at the end of this month, April 27th and 28th. Michael, thanks for joining me, man.
Thank you.
Now, you go to a lot of these home and garden shows. I was going on your website. I was looking around, michaelfrazierdesign.com. That's Frazier with a Z. You're no stranger to home and garden shows. This is kind of your wheelhouse, right?
Yeah, that and arts and craft shows, I've been doing them off and on for 30 years, about 20 shows a year.
20 shows a year. And is it just in California or is it all around the nation?
It's pretty much just in California because we make furniture. I take orders at these shows for furniture, and 2 weeks later I have to deliver this furniture, and I don't want to go to Utah.
Yeah, right. That's all it takes, 2 weeks?
2 to 4 weeks.
Right.
Sometimes if we're lucky and we're really on, we get stacked up as far as 8 weeks behind, but normally 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah. So let's talk about the furniture. These are handmade, personally designed, handcrafted tables, benches, sidebars, and more, made exclusively with California redwood. Is that right?
That's right. It's the coastal redwood, which is one of two redwoods. It's the one that grows near the ocean.
I thought it was illegal to chop down redwood in California. Am I wrong about that?
No, you're not wrong, but you're talking about the old growth redwood.
Oh.
The
old
coastal
growth.
redwood is grown on farms, and there are hundreds of farms. As a matter of fact, there's more tree farmers growing coastal redwood than any other tree in North America because it grows incredibly fast.
Really? Because I know the California redwoods in the national parks, they take like hundreds of years to grow. How long do these take to grow before you chop them down?
In 30 years, a little seedling that is 4 inches tall is going to have about a 27-inch diameter across the trunk of the tree. So that's a big tree in 30 years.
For real? 30 years, that's it?
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Do you go out there?
They're going to continue to grow for hundreds or thousands of years if they weren't cut.
Right, because not only do you chop them down, every year you replant, thousands of seeds, right?
Well, the companies that grow them, such as California Cascade, actually they're a buyer and a seller, but the farms that grow them, they plant them, and 30 years later they harvest them. So they have sections, and there's these square sections that they cut and replant as if they were beans or turnips or something.
Are these farms mostly in Northern California?
Yeah, Northern California.
I would like to go see one of these.
You've driven through them, probably didn't realize it when you thought you were, on the other side of San Francisco, there's hundreds of miles of redwoods. A lot of that is privately owned farmland.
I never knew that.
Ah.
We're talking with Michael Frazier of Michael Frazier Designs, who's going to be joining us at the 10th annual KHTS Home and Garden Show. And I heard a rumor off air that you go out there shirtless and chop those redwoods down yourself. Is that right?
I would be in jail so fast.
Oh, my.
One of those trees is worth a lot of money, and even if I was shirtless, I still don't think I'd get away with it.
He is the Paul Bunyan of the KHTS Home and Garden Show, Michael Frazier of Michael Frazier Designs, personally designed and handcrafted tables, benches, sidebars, and more. You can check out the exclusive line, the full line of products at michaelfrazierdesigns.com. Are all of these products made to order? Do you have kind of some products pre-made, some overhead?
Everything's made to order, so I don't have a single thing in inventory, not until we receive an order.
Nice.
So we make, for instance, tables in 16 sizes, from a little 2-person table up to an 18-person table. And one of the most remarkable things about them is that they all fold. In 3 minutes, you can take a table and benches that seat 18 people and fold it and store it away in 18 inches of room.
Really?
But yet they are substantial, heavy pieces of
I'm
furniture.
sure.
It's not the weight, it's the mechanism that allows them to fold, which is so remarkable.
And you came up with that all by yourself. That's some significant engineering to get an 18-person table just to collapse like that.
I sort of came up with it on my own. The folding, the most basic mechanism that allows them to fold has been around for 5,000 years that I know of.
Right. You
So
didn't patent that.
No, and I couldn't.
So
I adapted it to the picnic table, and then my customers started asking me to change this and do that, and I listened to my customers, and they became after 4,000 tables, totally different than any outdoor redwood table you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just one example. Usually in a picnic table, you have an umbrella hole in the middle. And at 3 o'clock, nobody's sitting in the shade because the shade is over somewhere on the ground away from the table, and we're all sitting in the sun, and you can't do anything about it because there's one umbrella hole.
Sure.
So we put the umbrella holes on 2 corners.
Oh, that's a good idea.
You can control the shade by moving the umbrella.
So, whether you're in stormy Seattle or the desert heat of Arizona, these products are built to last. How is that? Is there a special coating that you apply?
Yes, it's 2 things though. Redwood itself is renowned for being resistant to the sun. Termites absolutely hate it. People build their decks and their fences out of redwood because it lasts so long. For instance, a good table should give you 50 to 100 years.
Wow.
It's primarily the resistance to termites, but also the coating that we put on them, which incidentally we also invented. It's a natural oil coating that smells like oranges because orange oil is one of the 7 oils that we use. You wipe it on with a paper towel, and every time you put it on the table, it gets prettier. Well, that protects it from degrading, from becoming an old piece of barnwood in your yard. So these should still be smooth and comfortable after 15 years of use, and beautiful.
Custom designed for you and built to fit your comfort and size for your family or business. MichaelFrazierDesigns.com. That's Frazier with a Z. MichaelFrazierDesigns.com. Go check out the website for more info, and of course, swing by his booth at the 10th annual KHTS Home and Garden Show coming up at the end of this month, April 27th and 28th. For the full vendor list, go to SUVHomeshow.com. Michael, thank you for coming into studio, and we will see you at the Home and Garden Show.
Well, thank you very much.
Of course.
We'll see you there.
I'll see you there. It is 3:17 here on KHTS. Time for a quick break. Stay tuned. Traffic on the 8s coming up.